that changes now with Nitish Kumar shifting sides? What are the three things that changes? What changes really? But before I do that, before I take you through what changes with this decision, I want to quickly do a run through of all the newspaper headlines because some of them are very interesting. I'll start with the Economic Times, which talks about Nitish swings back to the NDA, and I'm going to come to that headline as well that calls him the Sultan of Swing. I love that euphemism. The best of all the others, the turncoat, the chameleon, the opportunist, and the betrayer in chief, so many of them. So, what the Economic Times essentially talks about is it brings to us some of the important reactions from the BJP state chief and the BJP state in charge, Vinod Tavre, who says that the idea was to save Bihar from the misrule of RJD. So the BJP is making it about RJD taking the state down to the jungle Raj, and the BJP and the JDU now going to salvage that situation. What does the man himself have to say about it? What does Nitish Kumar say about this? This is one of his quotes. You all know how I came to this INDIA India bloc and how I worked to bring together so many parties, but of late things were not going well. Things were not working well. It was not going down well with those in my party as well. So he is saying that within my party, there is a strong clamor now to join hands with the NDA. Remember, the Ram Temple inauguration has changed a lot of things, have shifted a lot of minds, and the Bharat Ratna to Kapuria Thakur has also shifted dynamics in Bihar. These two are important factors. Let's look at the Indian Express. Now, the Indian Express headlines it saying Patna power shift again, and it talks about how Nitish's exit undermines the opposition's 2024 caste pitch and it sharpens anti-Congress flank. And I think it is very significant to point out how this whole binary that was created, communal versus secular, and Hindutva versus caste equality, that sort of binary is also disrupted to a certain extent with Nitish Kumar's move, because he's supposed to be one of the champions of the OBC cause. Now with him shifting to the side that espouses Hindutva, those binaries remain disrupted. So that is what you have from the Indian Express. The Times of India has a very detailed sort of a breakdown, and it takes you, the headline is Sabka Saath Apna Vikas, Nitish CM for the 9th time. And here the Sultan of Swing headline comes in, and it gives you a timeline how Nitish had joined hands with the BJP to remove Lalu in 1994. Then in 2013, he said the problems had started in the JDU BJP government in Bihar, and the alliance of 17 years broke up in June 2013. Then in June 2015, in the run-up to Bihar elections, Nitish joined hands with arch rival Lalu Prasad, and his party RJD forms the Mahagathbandhan in June 2015. In July 2017, he broke away from the Mahagathbandhan, breaks up with RJD citing corruption allegations. July 2020, after elections, Nitish takes oath as CM for the 7th time with support of BJP and other regional parties, and even though JDU was reduced to a junior ally. In August 2022, Nitish breaks up with the BJP, alleging a plot to split the JDU, and that is when he goes back to the Mahagathbandhan. And then in the latest, in January 2024, Nitish calls it quit with the Mahagathbandhan again and joins back the NDA. If you look at Hindustan Times, this paper says Nitish takes oath as Bihar CM again with support of BJP. They're keeping it plain and simple with the information, and it talks about BJP consolidating the hold of Heartland. Here what is important is it was of course being perceived that Bihar and Bengal are the two places where the India bloc has a stranglehold. You know, these are the two important states with large number of seats, with 40 plus seats, where the BJP is on loose ground because the regional parties are stronger. In Bihar, RJD and JDU, the regional players, they are together and they are stronger together, and therefore BJP has a bit of a tough fight and has a bit of a challenge in Bihar, used to have. Now, of course, things have changed. And in Bengal, similarly, where the regional satrap Mamata Banerjee has a strong hold over the state. So Bihar and Bengal were the two states where the BJP was looking to face a big challenge, but not anymore in Bihar. As I said, one of their strong players has shifted sides. So, as I promised, the three things that I wanted to say, what changes now, if you look at it first, of course, it is anybody's guess that the India bloc remains depleted now. Nitish Kumar was one of the front runners. He was even proposed to be the convener of the India Alliance. The very first alliance meeting was held in Patna of the India bloc after it was formed. So one can just imagine how important a role Nitish Kumar was playing in this very idea of forming an alliance to defeat the BJP. So the first thing that changes here is that the India bloc gets a jolt. It gets the first big blow, I would say, even though prior to this, a number of times it's being spoken about how India bloc is in tatters, and I always found it exaggerated, but not this time. This time, the exit of Nitish Kumar is a real blow, because the blow comes through Bihar and its repercussions extend far beyond Bihar, because politics is about optics. The second thing, of course, the Bihar tally, where we were looking at a very healthy tally for the India bloc out of the 40 seats, because you have important players all on one side, the RJD, the JDU and the Congress. You were hoping to get a very healthy number out of the 40 seats that could have sort of emboldened, could have strengthened the numbers for the India grouping. But now with Nitish shifting, that number looks a challenge. When we look at the third big issue that has now changed with the shifting of Nitish Kumar is the change in the narrative of Hindutva versus caste equality. And I mentioned this before as well. Secular versus communal debate does not hold as tightly and as strongly as it was when Nitish Kumar was on this side, because then it seemed all secular parties are on one side, and here you have a Hindutvavadi party, not anymore with the JDU joining sides here. So that sort of binary, as I mentioned earlier, has also been disrupted. It seems as if Congress has been left to fend for itself, with Mamata Banerjee also saying that she is going to go ahead and contest all seats in West Bengal. There is no sort of alliance with the Congress there. And Nitish Kumar has also now dumped the Congress in a way by dumping the India bloc. So those sort of political implications will go out to the larger masses. And even though I do believe that people are not always analyzing everything very politically, and the fine print is not always available to people, they're looking at the larger optics, but this certainly is part of the larger optics that people can see and understand and perceive as something significant. There is no doubt about that. Thanks for watching Offbeat with Afrika.